I don't tiptoe, I stomp through this bitch.
What's good, y'all? It's your boy Rebel from Rebel Life TV. I'm making a quick video because I made a post the other day on Facebook asking people if they could interview me, what kind of questions would they ask. And I had a couple good questions, so I figured I'd break them down into different videos and upload them on the channel every now and then. So if you're not subscribed, make sure you hit that subscribe button and tell a friend, man. Share the shit. The question that I got that I chose to do first was, how'd you get into Rhode Island Hip Hop? I got into Rhode Island Hip Hop because I was on YouTube searching for local, like I would put Rhode Island Hip Hop, Providence Hip Hop, Pawtucket Hip Hop, Central Falls Hip Hop, and the names that would pop up were like Hype Holla. Hype Holla had a song out and a video about Rhode Island. I'm not sure the exact title, but if you put Hype Holla, Rhode Island, it'll pop up for sure. I kept searching and I would look for Pawtucket because I'm from Pawtucket. So I came across a video that was called Welcome to Pawtucket. So naturally I had to click that shit. I hit that. Then I wasn't too fond of the song because it was like a little bit dated at the time that I heard it. But come to find out, it was by one of the artists on that song was Chachi Cavallo. He's a dope artist who's local, but he's also gone overseas to Cape Verde and performed as well. He's well known and respected. He's not the type of artist to just rap over a beat. Like I've seen him perform at the Strand with a whole like band, everything, all out, dope performer. Like if you haven't heard of him, make sure you go check him out. Some of the other names that would come up in Pawtucket were like Pip Nice, Robust, and Jinsu back in that time. Like those were like some of the Pawtucket artists I come across. Then like after like the Chirac era, like there was a time where like once Chief Keef just dropped that, Don't Like, and after Don't Like people just started rapping a whole different way. Like the names I just mentioned, like they were spitting on some shit. These new artists, like I don't know, it's just a whole different wave and shit, But like some of the like artists that would come out after would be like Key Money, King OSF, J Deuce, JC, D Gomes. These artists were like, these are some of like the top artists that Rhode Island has to offer. You know what I'm saying? There's still more as well, but Vic Mucka, there's plenty. I could keep going for a while. You know what I'm saying? But those are some of the artists that I would just watch. Then I went through a process of just being a fan, a listener. I just liked the music, you know what I'm saying, that was coming out. And it was also right up the street, right up the block, right up the fucking highway, you know what I'm saying? So why wouldn't I listen, Then it got to the point where I wanted to be proactive, you know what I'm saying, in this music scene. Like, I felt like these artists had dope videos, but people still wanted more. I wanted to know more, you know what I'm saying? So I got the idea one day when I was just kicking it, thinking about like Vlad TV, Noisy, Vice, you know what I'm saying? Like think about like when you watch a Noisy documentary on Atlanta music scene, and then they show you all the different artists that's making noise at the time. I kind of wanted to go for something like that. I had to build first though, and the first thing we started doing was recording interviews with these artists. So I would meet up with these artists, I would shoot interviews, ask them basic questions like who, why, where, when, why they got into music, how they got into music, I should say. Like just questions that the fans would want to know about these artists. And also, nobody was paying attention to this. Like, this is something that we're in Rhode Island. It's the smallest state. It's like, if you were to look for something in Rhode Island, the last place you would go is Rhode Island. I mean, excuse me. If you were to go look for something in the United States, the last place you would check is Rhode Island. It's the smallest place, you know? So the fact that this was going on, it was something rare. You know, this is something rare. Like, that's why there was so much interest into it. Like, by the time we started doing interview 8 was J Deuce. By the time we got, before J Deuce, we had, you know, a dope ass following and all that, but J Deuce was just the biggest artist that Rhode Island has to offer at the time. When we did that, you know, it put the whole scene, like, as far as where I'm looking at it, it put us all, like, on everybody's eyes and shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, people were tuning in, they wanted to know more about these artists, the views were going up, it was just crazy, you know, like, different people were actually watching it, like, it's crazy. Right now we got about a little bit under 2,000 subscribers. Some of the biggest videos we got are like at 40,000, and that's on the interview though, you know. So like, think about a music video; it could get 40,000 views, and that's awesome. To get 40,000 on the interview, and the interview is like 30 minutes long, let's say, and people are watching it over again. It's just crazy, you know. It was something out of this world. I like to think that I packaged the interview well too, you know. Like, I made it seem like it was an actual show, you know. Like, it was a lot of things, you know what I'm saying. By the time we did the J Deuce interview, it was all over social media. It was just crazy, and it still continued going up after that. But you know, like the J Deuce interview, I gotta admit, was like one of our biggest interviews that we put out, and also like it just had so much attention on it. You know, people were commenting on it, liking it. You know, it was great. You know, like. But I stayed hungry, you know what I'm saying? I wasn't gonna just let that just like, you know, like get to my head. Like, I had to just treat it like it was day one, you know? And I did that for a long time, where like 200 plus interviews. It's the build up, to this point where we at today is just, it was work, you know? It was a lot of work, a lot of editing, you know, like. Every interview that I did, I had to link up with someone who I had never met, do an interview asking them personal questions, meeting up, shooting it, edited. You know, it's a lot of work, you know what I'm saying? And to do 200 plus interviews, you know, I mean, it's really amazing to me sometimes when I look back and I think about all the fucking work that was put into this shit. It's crazy, you know. But that's really how I got into this Rhode Island hip hop shit, you know. And ever since the interview started, like, it's no turning back, you know. Like, as long as I could do something to push the scene, I'm gonna do that, you know. And there's no reason for me to back out now, you know. Now we're doing shows. Make sure, if you haven't tuned in already, follow me on Instagram, Rebel Life TV, and stay in tune because we got plenty of shows coming. We had Key Money, King OSF. I haven't announced it yet, but I'm sure by the time this video comes out, we've already announced it. We got Oreo coming May 12th, so just stay tuned, man. We got a lot of things going on. We're trying to shake up the scene, keep the shit alive, you know. And hopefully somebody from Rhode Island blows up You know what I'm saying? And we'll have our artists in the industry that we could be proud of and shit, man. But signing out, Rebel Life TV. Make sure you subscribe. Tune in.